I'm a taco. Day 4. Oh no. She hated how day 4 starts off like that. Welcome in, chat. No, about scared the shit out of me when I wasn't looking. It's fine. Welcome in. How's it going? Yo, Bart. Dancing over there. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't. Oh, I am hitting a button over here. Yeah, exactly. That was good timing because I was, yep. Exactly what happened earlier. I can't see what you hear. Oh, I was already listening to that cheat? Oh. You guys can't hear ish. Okay. What channel is this on? How about this one? That was the wrong direction I was going to go for. Okay, that's better. Okay. Where am I at? I believe I pushed through enough. Oh yeah, I didn't do that. To get one more layer done. Should be over here. Maybe that's just like not enough. I just wonder why it's only so grainy. Huh. Probably because it's 1080. Did I push through to get another one done? I remember doing all of my blues. Ooh. Okay, these are blue. Don't stab anybody. Waiting for the stabbing. Okay, I guess that is more visible than I realized. And these are green. I'm going to set them in a different direction. And then what is this last channel page? I never did a green one. Okay. Brutal. Okay. That's over there. Set that here. Give it a good dip. Do I just make... Yeah, I think I'm just going to make more green ones. I think that would be the best use of my time. Set these all up in here. I'm also experimenting with the polarizing filter. So, like, I don't know if that really makes a difference or not. I guess I could have done that off stream, huh? Now that I think about it, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really seeing a difference as I spin it. But I wonder if there's auto correction going on too. And maybe that only works with those black chips where you got the text that you're trying to read. All right. So I have 3 green ones made. Yeah, 6. 6, 12, 18. So I just need 15 more of those. That's one full sheet, a second sheet minus a row. Okay. Guess that's what we be doing. 4, 3, 4. Tall leg towards me. I wonder. May need a light itself that's holding. That would help. I don't know. Probably should have researched more before, but just buying things. This here. I guess I can put you guys in a little bit. Meh. Bend it out a little bit so I can swing it back in. We're gonna skip that one. This was using that looks straight. Welcome in, Fletcher. Just woke up for an hour nap. Those naps can get you, man. Ask for only 20 minutes and let, get 4 hours. The best naps, though, are the ones that you forget what day it is. Like, is it nighttime or daytime outside? Those naps hit different. Okay. Yeah. I remember it was making it way better. Put one on the end one. Okay. Solder. Put like a little weight or something in the bottom of that. Sunday. It was good. I got some puzzling in. Puddled over on Chilida's ring. Holy shit, can I not talk right now? puzzles over on Shalita's stream on Sundays. It's always a good way to spend my morning. All right. Next line. 3, 3, 2. It is crazy. So like somebody with proper tooling may want to develop a thing that will just bend these LEDs in the shape that you want them to be without this jig here, like how I'm doing manually. You'd want to put it into like a little squeeze trigger thing. It pops it out as you like feed them in. Even if you got to put one in at a time type of thing and pull it back out, it would still be more effective than what I'm doing here. Especially if you were doing a 16 by 16 one. Holy shit. I looked one of those up and they have like 1,024 fucking LEDs of 4 colors. I'm like, holy shit. Something like that. Could be more or less. And then like addressable LEDs, right? I guess you don't need them to be addressable because you make them addressable. RGB. If they're RGB LEDs, that's 4 legs, not 2, right? Because you would need common and then RGB. Yeah. That's already like doubling. These projects can go quite out of scale, quite fast. Hence why it's important to think about how you're doing things repeatedly in thousands of steps or thousands of times, I guess. Here, at least, maybe not so many. I don't know. 16 times 6 or 8 by 8 by 8 by 2. Yeah. I guess I don't have to bend like that one. Or This is the only leg I don't have to bend on the entire plane. That makes sense. I am lost. Somebody help me from this deep thought that makes no sense whatsoever. One in the crotch. Don't be in the crotch. The flux does stick better whenever it's hot, but I'm also trying to minimize how many times I touch these damn things. Can you lift this one? You just missed that one entirely? What happened there? Oh, oh, no, no, come back. Come on. I really don't want the leg in the crotch because then it pushes it really close to the other one, you know? Thank you for the lurking, Fletcher. I need some water. You're doing research while you panic about the place you put an off run. No problem. I get it. Like, oh shit, what about this? What about this? What about this? You know, might help to put them in the holes left or right. Then working over the one that I just put in. Wrong tool. Right? That's the wrong one. I wonder if I just got any in reverse. I think I've been good in catching the wrong leg. I'm not entirely sure how I caught that, to be honest. Somehow I just knew. That's first. Why is it being weird on this one? Oh. This felt weird compared to the other ones. I'm sure I'll pick it up later and be like, oh, that one that felt weird. Probably. Okay, there we go. That's here. 3. Hey, that's kind of got like a good. That felt like my quickest yet. Good technique. Double tap. Bring them back over to check the alignment. This one needs double tap. Okay. Unclip here, slide over. If I can hit the knee of that bend and rest the tip on it and squirt. Yep. That's what I said. Can you go back just a little bit on that? What are you doing? Fine. Be that way. Stop being a little bitch. Come on. Give it an extra moment to cool because it's being like that. It's not even soldered. I'm going to get the finger in there. Giving it the finger. It needs more of this. Douse it. Don't even care. Okay, it's burning. That means it's working. The burning's gone. It means it's cooled. Don't try this at home. Something like that, right? Or do. I don't know. I'm nobody's father. Crazy how it perfectly attacked that other LED. They like flew at each other, crotch to crotch. Like the finger first. Yeah. Let the LED, the lead settled into the brain, you know. But flux is just like beeswax or like tree resin, right? Resin, not beeswax. What am I thinking? Beeswax. It also says harmful if ingested, for the record. I believe that's what that symbol is. Like a person with like this thing in their like chest that's like exploding. I don't know. I look at that symbol and it looks like I would want to throw up if I was in that state. So I figure that's poison. Oh. It's often made from saps. I'm pretty sure there is that in there too. But there's a lot of other stuff, and it is no clean flux. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's probably where the thing's gonna matter, huh? Something along those lines. You can get it in a jar. Hydrogenated rosin, adipic acid, benzotriazole, trizole. I don't know why I made it Spanish at the end there. All these other listings you're looking at are decent, but no fiber. Oh no. I think technically I have access to fiber myself, but like it's AT&T fiber. I don't know how much like you would want that fiber. Like, yeah. Yo, Thomas, how's it going? Welcome in. Fiber is fiber. I feel like there's baggage attached to that one, you know? I guess it depends on the type because there's like to the cabinet, to the president's residence presence. Um yeah. It's pretty cool watching a YouTube video of them running that shit through the neighborhood. Cable is not fiber. Yeah, I'm aware. Not Comcast fiber. I didn't realize they do that. That's fucking hilarious.
Front desk man followed.
Yo, thanks for the follow. Sure, at some point of it, fiber. Oh, yeah, not. Yeah, they have all those different versions. Come on. Got distracted, and then it's all like, nope, need to be clean now. That over. Oh, nope, you can get a little. You almost have like a little picture of what I'm actually building in the corner or some shit. I mean, I guess I got the thing there. That should count, right? All right, I think that's another row down. Okay, that's good. Four. Don't bend them. Another four. Trying to fix your controller by replacing the Joy-Cons. How can you remove the old Joy-Cons? I recommend looking up a teardown. There's literally a site called Teardown. Or is it? Is it? Yeah, I literally just like Google or like internet search the item and then teardown, and then like I think it's iFixit maybe. Dude, those Joy-Con controllers on the Nintendo Switch are a fucking pain in the ass to pull apart. Be very careful as you go through. If you find yourself frustrated with it, a break is perfectly understandable. I think I've taken apart like one or two pairs of those myself. Oh yeah, did I switch mine out? I think I may have switched out the little the cases of them, so you really had to get in there. And then like I think they connect by a little connector that you gotta like flip up the flap of. But there's like so many different types of connectors, so you might have to like some of the connectors like you pull them out, some of them you flip them up. I forget which one it is. It's always hard to tell to just go slow and don't force it until you are sure. Yeah. That's why those teardown guides are always so useful. Oh, wait. Yeah, that should be good. Flip this one to hold it straight. Hold it straight, not like all up and sideways. A PS5 controller, you have it down to the circuit board. How to remove the old solder? Really? You got a solder for those? Didn't I? I feel like I fixed one of those. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. For some reason, I was thinking it had like a little ribbon cable that would plug in. I wonder, like, what controller had that? Yeah, that's complicated. Okay, hold on. Two things for the desoldering stuff. One of these things is very useful. This is a little pump. Like I just loaded it on a spring. You set this onto the joint that you're trying to suck the solder from, and as you're soldering it, essentially you hit the button, and it sucks as much solder out of the joint as possible. Great to have that. The other useful thing to have is some of this stuff. Oh, this stuff's thin as fuck. Hold on. This is the solder braid. This is essentially just woven copper that you can put onto the joint and then use that to heat through, and it'll pull it up through here. But if this isn't working right, flux helps with that a lot. There's either flux stuff like this, which is like a kind of like a goo consistency type of stuff, and you can have that on there and work that in to like, because the flux helps to wick and clean the surface and get it actually into the braid wick itself. Combination of those two things, the guide I'm seeing online is quite destructive with how it's tearing it apart. Um, if you can properly clean out each of those pins of all of the solder and ensure the pins wiggle free, I think you're good to go. You can get those pins to wiggle and they all wiggle, it should just slide right out. This step shows how to remove residual solder with solder wick. If the potentiometer feels loose, skip this step. Yeah, I don't think you need to remove the potentiometers off the side of the stick necessarily to remove it. You just gotta loosen all of the joints. Holy shit, that's I would not recommend that guide. You don't need to tear down the old. Wow. Wow. I mean, if you have to, you have to, but yeah. Be very careful. Be very careful. Because like scratches on the board can make it worse. The heat of the soldering iron. Mine's at 350 C for this. And then like Celsius is better because like I don't know, it just makes more sense for the hotter temperatures. And like Fahrenheit's good for like room temperature and body stuff, you know? You have a heating sucker? Yeah, those things are cool. Thank you. The kit you bought came with a sucker, but you had no clue what it is for, and you're trying to replace them with magnetic Joy-Cons. Yeah, yeah, the sucker is really good. Mine, I kind of like sanded the corner down a little bit so I could like get it down into the joint a little bit better. But yeah, working with those two things, like I would put this like the pin of the whatever pin you're trying to suck the solder of like up in that hole, and then like touch the soldering iron to that pin, and that should get you most of the stuff out. One of these are great. They have like ones that have like a softer tip on there, but I'm always afraid that like it's gonna like deform and like be unusable too quickly. This is a hard tip that like you can't really like bend it. Well, I guess it kind of bends around. Yeah. Hope that helps out. iFixit needs a new teardown for a repair thing for their their yeah. Here's how to pull them out without completely destroying. I wonder if I have a random controller over there. Excellent, excellent. Ooh, got hot in here. Headphones. Think I didn't flux these yet. I was curious if I fucked some of these up. The big anvil is folded in both of them. Okay. Okay. Now, PS5 controller is probably a hell of a lot easier to take apart than one of those damn Nintendo Joy-Cons. Those Nintendo Joy-Cons are so fucking tiny. Every screw is like super small. And then Nintendo's like, you gotta have these Y screwdrivers. You have 4 PS5 controllers that you want to do? One at a time is definitely recommended. Especially if you're doing this the first time around. Because by the time you get to the other ones, you start to learn from the previous one of how to make it easier for yourself. First thing you bought was the Pro Switch controller. They're cramping your hands. Too small for you. Oh, the Nintendo Switch. Really? That's still too small? Decently sized, at least comparatively to like the Joy-Cons and that little gripy thingy. I hate that. I want it to be like out like this compared to like this. Or the I'm not familiar with that joystick type. Are they like a fancy version of it that's like extra tight or something? You started with the worst one first. Good decision. Because then you're like, oh, okay, well, at least that was the worst one. 6? 2 more. Pro is fine. They're normal PS Xbox sized. For the stick drift. Okay, the tall legs are towards me. Thumb first, index finger last. Do this real and then take the break. Nope. Stick to the metal, not to the tip. You know, how the hell did I get into soldering? I remember being super young and needing to get like the kit from like Radio Shack because like the ghetto soldering with the lighter on the paperclip thing was just not working. What the hell was I soldering back then? That's crazy. Because other than that, I'm pretty sure it was game consoles and shit that got me into soldering. And then like, oh, well, this needs fixed, and I'm like, well, it just needs like this new thing soldered on. Okay, well. Reflowing PS3s was fun back in the day. Even though probably should never have done that. Considering it was a substrate issue, not necessarily the tantalums or the solder balls underneath. Well, it's funny because by the time I tried to fix the damn PS3 with the fucking capacitors, nowadays there's like full diagnostic kits that you can use. Tell you exactly like if the capacitor is dead and not, and like what changes needs to be done to fix the stuff. Fixing them? Sort of. You just read online how to get rid of the yellow light of death, and then you just take the heat gun to the fucker. You inject the stuff around here. Except I had a pen. Thought I had another one still. I guess not. But it was one of those like you push the tip in pens. Yeah. It's easy for you since your dad did it and just uses stuff. Goof and then buying your own later when you moved out. Radio Shack cheaper ones. Oh yeah, the solderer and stuff like that. It was a Radio Shack one, and it was like a 12-watt soldering iron, and like those things suck so bad. Screw would keep falling out. I was holding the tip on. Remember that pissing you off? Yeah, I'm on the same thing now. For the soldering iron, I like this one where it's got like the collet connector, and then this is a nut that screws down here, versus the one where like either the tip itself screws on, right? Now, those can be lame, or you got the little screw, the little Phillips screw on the side here. This is hot. I'm trying not to touch it. That would just loosen whenever it gets hot because metal gets bigger when it heats. Radio Shack sucks so bad. Oh yeah, we did that one. I should take that break. Chat, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate everybody chilling out with me throughout any portions of the stream. As is always, we need to make a full another board of these LED green ones, and then I have all of the I have all of these made that I need to make, and then I can make those into the grids, the plane from there. Even your USB one you have now is 1,000 times better than that piece of shit you have. Those USB-C ones are pretty good though. I do enjoy those. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Here are those NFC bangers. Feel free to dance out in the chat should you feel the need to, and your beat.
Chat, let me sing you the song of my people.
Turn that down.
Moop, meep, moop, meep,
Meep,
moop, meep, moop, meep,
Meep.
moop, meep, moop, meep,
meep,
moop, meep, moop, meep.
Meep.
you bad idiot. Bad idiot.
Big old floppy titties. Kia, kia, ooh. Big old floppy titties. Kia, kia, ooh. Big old floppy titties. Kia, kia, ooh. Big old floppy titties. Floppy titties. Big old floppy titties. Kia, kia, ooh. 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 She calls me thick titties.
Biscuit titties. Titties. Biscuit titties. Titties. Biscuit titties. Titties. Biscuit titties. Titties, 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 biscuit titties, titties.
How the fuck did it get hotter after the sun started setting? That is crazy.
Chili without beans.
I hit the stop button.
Chili got beans.
I swear I hit the stop button. That's spoilers for the next break. Chat, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate everybody chilling out with me throughout any portions of the stream. I just turned down the game audio like a shit ton. Luckily, there's no game. Fuck, what was that at? I don't know, 3? Yeah, I don't understand why it got hotter. Maybe it's my computer? The temperature near my computer did raise 5 degrees. You're just glad we got normal weather for a bit? What do you mean? It's April. Oh, usually 421 is pretty cruddy. They do that on purpose. You hate how usually it's like 30s and then suddenly 90s plus. I mean, that's kind of what it feels like. It's like this like 76, but like, hey, 76 humidity too. Maybe, probably more. What does Wonderground say? %60 humidity at 73 degrees. Ugh. Dew point at 58. But it's also like this, like, it'll rain for 10 seconds and stop. April showers may bring May flowers. I'll say it twice. For no reason at all. Cloud front moving in. Yeah, just pull them out. Bleh. My stomach did not like that cold ass water. There we go. Meh. Apparently, I don't have a better page to show off if I did want to. All right, so just one more sheet of those, and I think that's all we need to make. Three. That's 3. That's 2. Wrong side towards me. Yeah. I still think a little hand jig would be way more efficient, more effective. I mean, nah. Nah. Not like that, at least. It had to be something like a squeeze thing. Put it in, squeeze it. Put it in, squeeze it. You know? Something I'm very familiar with. Done. Come on. I'll bend that one again. Probably half my issue with some of these is that they're barely floating above each other. Okay. Need to make a new solder thing here soon. Like I went through a ton of that with this project. Wake up. There we go. Why we put the clip on there? Remember, it's the first two LEDs solder each other. The first LED is not heavy enough to hold its own weight to pull away from the tension of the solder. But two is. Wait for that to. Okay. Connect that. Oh. That is not four. It was four in my hand until I put it down, and then became five for some reason. Certainly, this kit would be a lot more of a pain in the ass if it didn't come with this board, with just, or rather, if the board that it came with didn't come with these holes that you could put the LEDs into. That is very helpful. Come on. There you go. Bet you that one needs another bend because, yeah. Dragging it along like that and lining them up makes it feel fancy for some reason. The brain like dumb stupid thing. Not in the crotch. This. I wonder if I can get a better fan.
Timmel Bingo followed.
The fan itself needs to suck harder. Yo, thanks for the follow. Welcome back, Fletcher. Do this one. Yeah. Okay. Did someone just like shoot across the room? Where'd that go? Excuse me. The paper on this getting chewed up for me bending on it in the exact same spot like every single time. I guess I could like remove it. I don't think I actually need the thing for anything else but this. Oh no, but then that means that I changed the height of it. It's straight enough. Not that that one is. That one could probably be pre-tapped. This. Nope, this. Now this. Nope, not down there. Up here. Up. Here. Maybe you guys can see this one fighting with me. I didn't even solder that last time. I've been using the solder itself to like lever the leg and move it around. It's like I need another tool in my hand, but I also need the solder to be in my hand. So solder become tool. I think there was one time that I held it too close and a little piece fell off. Okay, that's another one done. That is for putting all the tall legs towards me. Kind of. I'm also kind of doing it on an angle. Cool. Damn fan in the way. All right, that one's standing. Cool. That one's also kind of standing. I technically don't need the flux. But earlier in the project, I was running into the issues to where I was getting little spikes left if I wasn't fluxing. So I started fluxing. Was that the song doing that, or was that a bird outside? Because if it was outside, that bird went on for like 50 times. Yeah, it's outside. What fucking bird is that? Does like a whistle and then like chirp, 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 and it sat there chirping for like 50 chirps. Must have had a lot to say. Well, another 8. The pile definitely does feel like we're getting down to the amount that I would expect after these are all done. Kind of like the other ones. The red and the blue ones. Oh, those are crotch sharing each other. Ah, shit. You'll be fine. Totally ripped off that piece of paper, so then that way I could use just that section for this. Immediately switches. Okay, hold on. Stay in that hole. LED did not like that property. Oh yeah. Set it on the knee and squirt. Oh, on top. Go. That's done. Some tails. Maybe I didn't have enough flux on those. Didn't give enough flux. 5, 3. Fine. How about the neighbor place? Like that one instead? Was that like P18? I don't think that's the hole that's numbered. I think it's the pin. That hole next to it is what all of them will sit in. Like this side here will sit into that. That'll be a row. Or yeah. This way's the front. Let go. Maybe it needs the paper to let it go. That one. Okay. The knee. Might get hit by a tornado. Oh shit. There's been some crazy fucking weather out there. Of course, stay safe. Do whatever you need to do that. I always get confused by tornado watch and tornado warning. I get like the taco analogy, but you know, I feel like they could just use better words. Moved at the last second there. Oh, dip. Warning means it was sighted or seen on the radar. Yeah. Watch we means we have the ingredients to make a taco. Warning means the taco was literally assembled and it's on its way. But taco is more unlikely, not Tuesday. The fuck just fell? Box of screws behind me just fell over. Just had tacos? Nice. Or pull you guys back out a little bit. Nope, that's the wrong direction. Uh, 5. Ooh, 2 more rows. Definitely think making the rows at a time like that was the better call. Guess we'll have to see whenever I start busting out the panels themselves. You let go of that one? Must have really shoved that one into the hole. Yeah, good enough heights. Yeah, that taco, exactly. All right. Ton on that one. That pan I put on me is not helping. Can you just like right there and stick it? Yeah. Get out of the crotch. You were almost gonna say you've not had a taco for a while, but was thinking Taco Bell, not tacos in general. Taco Bell's prices got out of hand, and there's zero reason to go there anymore when you can just go to a local Mexican place and it's cheaper. Trying to be a little slower. Yeah. I always worry about the quality though. Some places are usually just like not the most enthusiastic about their own food. Make your own better than Taco Bell? Yeah. I got a taco seasoning recipe from a friend's mom. Just use that instead. One more. Looks like about what I left in the other ones. You know, some good places By there, guess you're lucky. And here I live and nobody gives a shit about anything. It's kind of what it feels like. Taco trucks downtown were the best. Trunks? Trucks, I assume. I'm not familiar with taco trunks. You just like wheeling a trunk around selling tacos out of it? Around here, I would not be surprised. It's that one to hold it in place. Here to make sure the welds go well. Welds. I mean, technically this is welding, isn't it? It's just you're not using the gases and stuff. You're just using it's much lower temperature. You're a burrito king that was the best around. Then they hired the college kids. Now the food is the worst. Oh no. Aztec Days. I don't know. Hot take, I kind of prefer the fake tacos sometimes. I'm not looking for the real taco. I'm looking for that fake ass shit. Whenever I want real tacos, I do just like make them myself type of thing. Did you just not even solder that at all? You just lied to me? Okay, you gotta come off. You go here. Are you done? All right. That's a significant portion of the welding done. Soldering? Whatever. Tamales from a lady that was operating from one of those rape. Yeah. Isn't like a van with like no windows or anything? Yeah. As long as you don't have to go into the van to get them, you know. Nope, I bent something. You do go to Taco Bell, you always stick to the value menu because fuck paying $6 for Taco Bell burrito. Oh yeah, no, their burritos suck. I definitely don't go there for any of that. I usually get like a Doritos Locos or like Gordita or like maybe nachos. I don't know. It's been 7 years since I've done a Taco Bell. Because they kept getting my order wrong and it pissed me off. And then, like, I never got the refund for that. So I just said, fuck them. So. Mexican place you like does $1.50 Taco Tuesday. Damn good tacos for that. Okay. So I was making all of the green lines here because I've made all the blue lines in the previous episode. Episode. Now I need to actually make the whole green layer. So I need one of these blue ones. You do it with the thing pointing that way. And then we fill in with the green ones. We use one that's marked so I know what it is. And then we fill it in with the unmarked ones. Get it bent in place. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Being a pain in the ass. Don't be a pain in the ass. It's much more satisfying to do it that way. Can these two stop doing this? Thank you. We're having a scissor fun time. Okay. Now is the task of getting all of those to solder to each other. This goes in first. That nice down in there. Oh, other stick. So pull that out, move it to the side. Over, under, down. Some places you'll get like chewy grizzly meats that you hate. Never at that place. Yeah. Yeah. Some of the taco places around here, I swear, only get that meat. And it's like, how are you guys even had that at Chipotle? Yeah. Gator meat? Yeah. We don't tend to get gator meat up in the Chicago area. I think you could probably find it. Really looked. There has to be some like Cajun food place or something. I suppose Chicago is like such a huge boiling pot of stuff. One of the many. Wish this was like an inch longer. Huh. Not had it before. You've had snake before. Closest thing you can think of was very chewy, not a fan. I mean, I'm sure a lot of those meats, the chewiness could be how it's cooked too. Maybe like they just didn't cook it to tenderness. Maybe like it wasn't tenderized and marinated overnight or some shit. I don't know. Snake is good. You've had Chinese restaurant got shut down because they were. Oh no. That part was the food was the bomb. It wasn't the. Yeah. Hmm. You've like places that got shut down before for health violations, yeah, and then I bet you feel conflicted afterwards. Like, oh, huh. Exactly. Hopefully, it wasn't your stomach doing that, you know? Like, yikes, Monka. Glad I didn't get sick. Well, and it's like, what kind of health violations, you know? I wonder if there are minor ones that, like, could get you shut down, but, like, you would hear and you'd be like, it's not the worst. Not that one would prefer, but still. Perspective is crazy. It's usually just to make sure they don't get yeah. Oh yeah, don't bounce my feet. Instantly see the camera start bouncing anytime eyes do. Nice sturdy wall that I have it attached to, you know? All right. Now we spin it around this way because it's easier to work that way. Proper standards and stuff to ensure everything is properly cleaned. Yeah. Really thought you hear back from the guy in the morning. Must be trying to wait for even more offers or something. It's a hell of a market out there. All right. I kind of don't want to do that for all of those. Get out of the way. Burning means it's working. Trying to hold it as far back as I can. Tap a little bit in there. And realtor expand to more towns, got more stuff lined up in the meantime. It's weird how only that town has T-Mobile fiber around here. That's weird. And it's a historic district. That's probably why. Right there. Nope. Need a little bit more. What the hell is she saying? Oh. Freak in your bed. I'm the freak who's in your bed. Go good with that song that where she wants to pee in your bed, you know? Oh yeah, it's break time. That's a good break time to yeah. Segue. Chat, thank you everyone for hanging out. I appreciate everybody just chilling out with me for adding portions of the stream as always. You forgot about that song? It seems to always come up whenever I'm doing a project somehow. Let's see. Pause the stream. Get the NFC bangers. Hope you guys like chili beans, and I'll be back in 3 to 4 minutes.
Chili without beans. Chili got beans? No! Chili got beans? Chili got beans? No! Chili without beans. No! Chili got beans? No! Chili got beans? No! Chili got beans? Chili without beans. Chili got beans? Chili got beans? No! Chili got beans? Chili got beans? chat. I'm not fucking around. You better say chili got beans or we literally beans. Chili and beans. No! Beans, 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 beans. Chili and beans. No! Beans, 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 beans. Chili and beans. No! Beans, 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 beans. Chili and beans. No! Beans, 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 beans. Chili and beans. No! Beans, 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 beans. Chili and beans. No! Beans, 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 beans. Chili and beans. No! Beans, 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 beans. Chili and beans. No! Go on Twitter and tell everybody I'm raging over chili without beans. Beans, 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 and celery beans. Chili without beans. Beans, 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 chili without beans. Beans, 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 and celery beans. Chili without beans. Ah! I gotta change my underwear. Jack off an elephant.
Meant to catch the end of that song. Totally didn't. Yo, chat, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate everybody chilling out with me throughout any portions of the stream, as is always. Yeah, that button here first. Is it getting hotter as it, like, maybe it's just more. Even is the temperature like? Oh, yeah. Give you guys some music. 71. Yeah, it's just. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be 80 tomorrow. Ew. Luckily, I have to go in the office. I don't got the air conditioner in the window yet. Although I probably should just break down and do that. I don't think I'm going to be able to last until. I think I try to do May, like Memorial Day-ish. I don't think I'm going to make that long. Ooh. Get a thingy. There you go. Yeah. You could put it in now, just not turn it on. Well, the thing is, my room has one window, and then it has the patio door, right? If I put that AC in the window, I don't get to use that window, right? Having that window being usable can be very important for days that I don't want to use the AC, but like I do need the shit open. Kind of get one of those UACs, get a floor AC. So the second thing is this window opens sideways. But instead of opening vertically, right? The windows, it's two windows, and like they slide together, you know. Yeah, yeah. Also, that corner underneath the window is where my bed is. It's all very complicated. A friend has been trying to convince me to get one of the portable floor ACs forever. But for the sliding door, he's like, you can get these panels. You awake? Yeah. So then that way you can close the door and use that instead of the window entirely. I'm like, oh, okay. I think it did that time. Yeah. It triggered the too hot threshold and got me to. Because otherwise, I can feel like the temperature like surge through it. It's kind of an interesting sensation. Tiny URL. Anything but a shortened URL. The only problem with portable, unless you get pricey one, you're gonna have to have a drain hose. Yeah, I noticed that too. Or like, I mean, how quickly do you get like a bucket in the back, like a dehumidifier would? Just a Walmart link. All right. Yeah, that's the exact unit. That's the exact unit he has. Yeah. Yeah. At least it looks damn similar. Most of the time with URLs, if you're not aware, you can just delete everything after the question mark. Yeah. Okay. Free village. Free all the villages. You already deleted the instance, yeah. Where was I at? Okay, I did all of those. I'm gonna go through and do this because that row sucks. So I feel like I need to do that row to hold the pins over. Thinking I might be able to get 2 of these panels done tonight. That'd be fantastic. If I could possibly get that third one in, that'd be even better, but we're 2 hours in already. Good? Cool. It wasn't even hot, it was just a solder spike. Yeah, better. You just hold it yourself? No. Trying to use the the bend to just hold the pin in the next spot on its own. Solder it really quick, but like that. I was just browsing around it, stupid shit on Amazon. I found a 1,000-piece Johnny 5 kit that you can assemble. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Working? It's 1,000 pieces. What do you think? There was a second one that was like only 500 or something like that, or like 200. I forget the exact amount. Could you just what am I making? What I'm making now is this huge cube. It's 8 by 8 by 8 LEDs. These are panels. I got one over here. I'm making these panels. The current panel I'm making has a side of blue on either side, and then the entire middle is green. This one is red, as you can see by the colored, the Sharpie, the Bic. It's actually Bic marker. And then I'm making 8 of these panels. This is panel number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. I'm making with 100 megawatt lasers. What am I, Styropyro? Pretty sure he's in the area somewhere. Thought that was crazy. When people mention Menards, you know. Oh, my solder. And then whenever I get all those panels made, I can install them onto the board itself, and it sits up as like a cube that comes off of the board. And then it just like plays like colors through all the LEDs. Yeah, so like these will be fun steps where like I have to solder all of the layers to each other. I'm getting everything at Menards with 11% off with our trade and rebate. Yeah. You forgot the droopy balls emote at the end of that sentence. Yeah. It could have been cooler. It could have been cooler. It is cool though. And then like I'm still excited for it to be lit, but like with how much work goes into it, I kind of wish they were RGB LEDs, not like red, green, blue LEDs, you know. But then I was trying to think there, like how much more connections would it be if it was RGB? Because those LEDs would then have 4 pins instead of 2. And this is just a kit I bought online. I was looking through various soldering kits that I could do for stream. I'm like, oh yeah, that would be a cool one. Not expecting it to take more than 10 hours. Yeah. 50% more? Thought they had 3. Depends on the LED. Well, no, it would need a common, right? And then it would need the 3 colors, right? So that's 4. They can be common anode or common cathode. You know, it doesn't matter, but they still need a common. Usually just data and power. Not addressable LEDs. Not addressable. Just RGB. Yeah. Because whenever you're soldering them like this, you're soldering them together like this so that you're making them addressable. I'm able to address any LED in this cube by doing 3 points, right? I can do a point from this 2D grid on the bottom, right? To figure out where it is exactly in the here and here. And then they have the anode wires over here that run up, and then that will give me my vertical. So then that creates addressable LEDs from the LEDs themselves, not understanding data. At the sacrifice of a shit ton of work. This one was just bad. What did I do here? It's all like wibbly wobbly, and like all of the other ones are not. All right, if you're doing that, then you need some of this. I did say not addressable, right? Did you catch that part? No. Because these are not addressable LEDs themselves, but I'm still addressing them. That's what I'm meaning. I know what you're talking about. Oh, this is fumbly. Nope, you want to be on the outside? Totally didn't just tap my finger there briefly. Running out of solder. I have more, but I have to stand up. Come on. Get, give me, give me the. Every bit will be used. Until I cannot pick it up anymore. Did I fuck it? Yeah, I fucked it. Ow. Ow. It's done? How else are you gonna know when it's done if you don't hurt? Uh, feel the pain. Where do you plan on displaying this huge ass cube thing too? Hanging it from a ceiling? No, it's not that tall. I mean, it's roughly that tall. You know, it's literally this size, but cube. You know, dimensions do work like that. Give, please. Got another one done. Double checking. Making sure those two lines are. These lines should not touch these lines. That's a little spiky right there. It was literally like poking up towards the other wire. Like reaching out. Wanted his brother's help or something. Alright. Anyone time me on that? On just that last part? One that's marked. Come on. Stop with your like. Thank you. Time is relative. Who's its parents? That's getting into answers I don't want to get into. There's a different stream we can ask those questions on. Took a shower. Nice. Although I do think about how weird time and gravity are compared to other quote forces. Because like, shouldn't time be a force of some sort? Time is like the action of change and entropy, you know. So what I don't know. Maybe I'm getting my forces on like laws of nature mixed type of thing. Something like that. Only tonight? Are we done with it? No. This is green panel number 2. Whenever I need 3 of them. I have tested a few of them every now and then. After soldering all of the grids, we do need to test them before soldering them into the thing itself. But if I'm lucky, we'll get through this panel tonight. And we'll have one more, and then it'll be the final assembly. Which... probably Saturday. Can you go up a little bit? Like, those 2 end ones are very important to be also. I read that backwards, Bart. We will probably never know. Space is said to be finite, yet we perceive it as infinite. How can one define something you don't know well enough to measure it? Well, the implications of it being finite are more grand than it being infinite. The implications of it being finite means that it itself exists somewhere else. If it was infinite, that could mean that it does not, quote, exist somewhere else. It's, I almost want to say self-contained. I don't know. I like the real sciencey stuff that like says that like once you start going into higher dimensions like that, it's all just probabilities and like small differences. And then like so if the universe is infinite, right? Is it homogeneous or is it heterogeneous? Because if it's not homogeneous, it's not going to be consistent everywhere. That means that there's possibilities that in some pockets of space-time that physics itself don't use the same values. Or if it is homogeneous, that means that you could see repeating patterns of yourself if you were able to traverse so much time and space. I am going off of a lot of YouTube videos that I watch on this stuff. I've been watching shit like this since, I don't know. I couldn't even tell. At least a good 20 years. Like, any of like the TV stuff about like space or like the universe or like physics has always just like fascinated me. And also penis. You're glad it's getting popular again? Penis? I did that on purpose. It's okay. Me too. That Disney had to take over shows like Star Trek and run it into the ground, though. Yeah. Creating wonder about how the world works is a good thing to have. Regardless of what the actual answer is. Is it the answer itself that you're truly looking for, or is it fun in the process of finding it? Need to find it. Take something that was very niche and loved by the fan base and try to make it appealing to people that would fucking hate it otherwise. Yeah. This way, everyone fucking hates. Yeah. That's my solder. There you go. Time to be used. Should we grab one of these? It's this, right? And it's kind of not tight enough. How about this? That's better. I mean, how are you going to extract more money out of the franchise if you don't expand beyond the fan base? I'm pretty sure I did this before once on stream and I found out that this was too thin. Should probably figure out which screwdriver is best to use for that. This tube is actually from that Radio Shack soldering kit. Now that I think about it. It'll turn on Pluto sometimes and flip on Next Gen. It's crazy how well written that one. Star Trek Next Gen I enjoy quite a bit. I was also a fan of Voyager. Deep Space Nine was doable, but I did not actively seek it out. And then I didn't go to the old stuff I couldn't do. You think I have a tube like that somewhere too? It's handy to have. It's just, you got to find the right screwdriver to give you the right diameter, because you can see that was not the proper diameter. It could have been a bit thicker. But it's in the tube, so let's pull it back out. Get down in your hole. All right, I'm going to do this shitty one first. Hold that, hold this. You're miles away. Excuse me. Okay. Something to push down on that's not my finger. Still have reels of wires from Radio Shack somewhere too. It's so old it has the old logo on them. That is tight as hell on my finger. I'm doing the shitty one first. So I'm hoping it like sets the elbows far enough left so that it reaches properly. It's kind of what my thought process there. What the? Do you really have to do that? We'll just feed it from underneath my arm. All right, I'm good on this. It was a really, really good idea. It fits on my index finger, but not the finger I need. Probably taking longer I need to than to hold those in, but it's shorter than doing it 5 times because I'm too damn impatient. I really like doing the entire outside ring like this. It feels like it gives the whole thing a little bit more structure and like tension. You want me to do it this way, don't you? Going up makes one thing, but it wants me to pull the tension this way almost. Certainly been learning what technique has been working best as I go along, because I have not like soldered LED legs together into like an art form like this. Or one YouTuber I came across that like does like fancy like builds of like all like together and like all the wires and stuff that like steampunk looking ish, but then he solders directly onto the 18650 and I'm just like, I can't watch this. Anything at that's the only issue I have. I can't. You're abusing that battery. You're not supposed to solder the battery. Maybe that's a different video to watch. Like, how long could I solder a battery for before it does have an issue? Oh, I already did that. Oh, pick it up. Good. Gonna head out and have a good night. No problem, Bart. Thank you for hanging out. Have a good night as well. I don't think I'm gonna get much further than this panel anyways tonight. Be cutting it close. Yeah, right on top. Can you touch it? Come on top. Okay, right there. It's good. Well, I like it when they're just touching it. I don't have to do anything. I swear I just heard one break. Okay. That is another panel down. Time to start over. Yeah. And it doesn't seem loose, so it'll be fine. Remember day one where I'm like, oh, well, if I finish this, maybe I'll just do a puzzle. Yeah. So that means our last panel, literally just the two. Put these up over here. Oh yeah, should double check really quick. That leg's a little wonky, but it's fine. Guys, in here for a second. Can I? Essentially, all of the right legs are connected all the way down, and all the left legs are bent up and over, across. And that's just following instructions. I didn't like come up with that or anything like that. I'm just following that. On Saturday, somebody remind me that I need to like probably wash the back of those damn LEDs somehow. And also, that's getting like full. I can't put any more that way. Maybe I can overlap them like that. Now time for a puzzle? Nah. Listen. Next week, I will be more open to doing other things. No, I don't want to put them in there because they're all going to be poking up. I'm going to put them in here. Put those over there. These all facing the right way. Can you not do that? Because, yeah, the backs of these are like doused in flux. Excuse me. I just said it. No, I said last week to you, or the first day one of this. I thought I would complete it soon enough. That was insane. Literally insane thinking. There's no way that was going to happen. I don't know why I was even remotely. You guys get some of the cleanup. That can go in here. That goes in there. That goes over there. All right, chat. Thank you everyone for hanging out. I appreciate everybody chilling out with me throughout today's stream. Saturday, early morning. Roughly 13 hours from now type of time, but like Saturday. I will continue this and hopefully finish it up and like solder it all into the board itself. I'm showing you the board. Penis! You guys can watch. Friday though, in tonight's time slot, I should be doing the video store simulator. Yeah, I think I got that. So yeah, it should be fun. What the hell is that on here? Did I drop a blob of solder on this? What the fuck? Note to self: clean hole. Clean the solder holes before trying to stick things in there. It's been fun watching. Hey, Mama TJ, thank you for. The hell am I? This one fan screw keeps getting loose. Thank you for stopping by. I am chasing squirrels, chat. Yeah. Here, I shall play you the big old pair, and then see you all next time.